KONBANWAN, we're here. Where are you? There you are. Oh, you're crunchy.
Am I crunchy?
Oh,
Hello, question mark.
KONBANWAN.
Hello.
I think you'll be fine in a bit. I think that, like, you look fine before we went to loading screen. I think it's maybe because it's... Oh, you're getting better? You're getting better. You're getting less crunchy. Alright, there we go. It'd be like that.
Am I still crunchy? How crunchy am I?
You're not crunchy anymore. You're like maybe 15% crunchy out of 100, which isn't bad.
From like mashed potato to potato chips, how crunchy am I?
Have you ever seen those TikToks where people make mashed potatoes out of potato chips?
What?
Yeah!
No, I haven't. I want to.
They'll like boil the potato chips and wait until they get soft and drain them, and then they mash them up and put milk and butter in them. And I guess it's okay. I don't know. I've never done it myself, but it seems interesting.
Look, I've heard of struggle meals, but I feel like this is a bit above what I'm willing to accept as a struggle meal.
You should do that for a stream. That feels very on brand for you.
Oh boy. Alright, we'll do it. Mashed chip potatoes. Mashed potato chip potatoes.
Hand cam
what
stream.
What do you even call those?
Mashed. Maybe you could ask chat, like, okay, chat.
What do you guys think?
What do we call it? Mashed potatoes made out of potato chips. What are we calling it? Oh yeah, by the way, we should probably do intros.
Mashed chips. Oh yeah. Do we really need to do intros? I mean,
I think they know who we are, but would you like to introduce yourself for the channel?
Hello, yay!
Yay!
I'm PRISM Project Second Generation. Favorite Akama-sama. Arakara Tadayo. Yahoo!
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 Who's the dog? I don't know her. What the fuck?
Who dog? Dog.
Who dog? I'm dog.
There's this bitch right next to me.
I
mean, cute dog.
Hi everyone, I'm Shibari Miyoshino, and today I will be doing a Zatsudan collab with my senpai, Luto Araka.
Luto's Araka.
Luto's Araka.
Luto's
a breakup.
Arousal.
I think this is our first one-on-one collab ever.
It is, yeah. Isn't that fun?
That is fun. That is very fun, considering we're like some of the most degen members of our company.
Yeah, I mean, we're the most say-so members.
Oh yeah,
we talk about the most
it's opposite day. Wait.
Your two very say-so prison members bring to you true crimes.
True crime.
Discussed in the most say-so way possible. No cannibalism involved.
No cannibalism. Yeah, definitely no cannibalism. That definitely is not listed in my notes that I have up on screen.
Yeah.
So basically, what we're going to talk about today, guys, is we are going to talk about famous serial killers, both from the United States and also Australia. We're kind of just gonna freestyle it.
Pretty much.
Also, we're going to be as respectful as possible. We promise we are not going to romanticize or celebritize these people because they are all terrible, terrible people. They are all terrible individuals with terrible crimes. So we are not going to romanticize them like the media and how Tumblr girls do with their stupid Ted Bundy flower crown icons.
Yeah, we're not gonna cast Zac Efron as a serial killer either. That's just rude.
Oh my god. Troy Bolton is Ted Bundy. I hate that.
Bolton is cancelled.
I hate it.
We're all in this together. Doing what though? Doing what though? What are we all in this together for though?
Are you sure you want? We promise the only serial killers we will ever romanticize are fictional ones. Like, the anime ones are all very sexy.
Yeah, what is it called? Jack the Ripper?
Oh my god, no! He was
Where's
a real
that from
person!
again?
Fate Go?
No, like, he's like really popular in like animes.
Oh.
Only the anime.
I know that he's like a lolly in Fate Go.
A lolly?
Yeah,
Fate
I'm
is
pretty
weird,
sure.
man. Fate is
Yeah.
weird, man. Fate is weird.
Jack the Ripper's a lolly.
Okay, Fate is very weird.
Yeah, Fate is strange. Yeah, Zac Efron did well playing Ted Bundy. It was just it's such a weird casting choice, you know? Because, like, the thing is, Ted Bundy was, like, classified as someone that was very attractive. You know, he had fangirls in, like, the trial, like, in the courtrooms and stuff like that. But when I saw pictures of him, I was like...
fan cams.
Yeah, there's fan cams. That's so fucking crazy to me. And
on YouTube, it's so fucking weird.
Ted Bundy, like, Zac Efron is not in Ted Bundy's likeness, like, at all. So it was a very strange casting choice for me.
But I guess maybe they chose Zac Efron because it's like, hey, pretty boy. Oh, you're also pretty boy. We're all pretty boys here. Maybe.
I feel like it made it worse though, because like they hired this is like a childhood sweetheart kind of like actor. Like he was in Disney movies and like 17 Again and stuff like that.
Right.
Very, very cute.
Right.
And so like when they hired him to play like a serial killer who was already romanticized by the people who like were around back in the day, it just made all these like Zoomers born in the 2000s start like changing their Tumblr icons to Ted Bundy and worshiping him and stuff like that. It's so cringy seeing like Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy with flower crowns and like edited into pictures with like the one slur.
I don't fucking understand. Why would you even like admire people? Like, do you want to be killed? Do you have a death wish? Do you wish to unalive yourself? Is that what you want?
Yeah, and
what is happening?
And the thing is, the new age like generation of like girls that are into like serial killers and stuff like that, it's way worse because like back in the day during Ted Bundy's like trials and stuff, the women in that courtroom didn't believe he was a murderer. They were like, he is too attractive to be a murderer, he is too charismatic, he is too kind. But these girls on Tumblr, they are fully aware of what this person has done, but they're like, oh my god, he's so hot. Treating him like a fucking Backstreet Boy or something like that. Yeah, if bad, why hot?
If bad, why hot? Oh, people are just bad, maybe. That's why we're evil.
Yeah.
Because we're so hot.
Oh my god.
It makes sense. We're just so fucking hot, so we're fucking evil.
What evil deeds have you done lately?
Lately?
Yeah.
I don't know. What counts as evil? See, that line is pretty blurry. So I don't really know what counts as evil anymore.
Not flushing the toilet.
Not flushing the toilet?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like, if you live by yourself, like, not flushing the toilet is just annoying for yourself. So, like, you know, that's not really evil. Like, if you went to a public bathroom, and then you, like, I'm not a man, but, like, you know how when you go to a urinal? I don't go to a urinal, but when people go into urinals, and then there's 3 urinals in a row, and you take the middle one, now that's evil. But I don't have a chance to do that because I don't have a pee-pee.
I see.
But I would. But I do take the middle toilet when there's a chance. Like the middle cubicle?
I
Just
see.
to assert my dominance. I am surrounded by you. Kind of deal. That's pretty evil, I think, baby.
Very
Is that evil enough?
specific.
You guys think it's evil enough?
Very sus.
Thank you. Well, yeah, you all mentioned toilet, so what evil deeds can you do at a toilet? That's not just asserting dominance.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of things you could do on a toilet, but that's besides the point.
Oh. You can find someone else and pee together on the same toilet, but that's not really evil. That's just like,
I swear to God, I've seen like a Reddit story about a couple where like they both wanted to like pee, and the girl they both needed to pee, so the girl sat down on the toilet and spread her legs.
And she opened her legs.
Yeah, the guy was standing. How did we get here?
That is true romance. If you don't even want to pee with me, don't say you want to pee with me.
No, you're so right. I need that on a shirt.
How can you say you love me if you won't eat my shit? How can you say you love me if you won't piss through my legs?
I hate that coffee pasta.
That is the coffee pasta. What the hell is this stream?
I don't know what
maybe?
it became.
Hell.
Yeah.
It is hell. Welcome to hell.
Yeah.
We have descended from wherever Shiki normally resides
Yeah.
to hell. Oh, I'm always down here, so feel free to always come down and pay me a visit.
Oh, cool. I've never been able to like properly go to the afterlife. I've like always been made into a ghost. So like, it'd be nice to visit. I think it'd be fun to go during the springtime. It might not be as hot.
That makes sense. No, you should come like right during peak hotness
summer.
and get burnt in hell. Yeah, peak summer.
Oh.
Except like I think for the next few years we're not gonna have a proper summer because of like El Nino whatever thingy, like some sort of cloud.
Oh.
I don't know enough about
Like,
clouds
will it be colder?
to comment on what. Yeah, it's like just always raining and cold, basically.
I see.
So like there's like the other one, El Nino and La Nina or some shit. And one's floods and one is basically drought. So we're in like the flood one right now.
That's so strange. I've never heard of that. Oh well.
Yeah, me neither. Until last year where it just started flooding everywhere.
I see. Oh my goodness. My mod said gonna send my psychological bills to management after stream.
Do it. We see nothing. We hear nothing. We are not responsible. Just a disclaimer, all psychological damage done to you during the stream is self-inflicted.
Yeah.
You can turn off the stream at any time you want.
It's true. You're a masochist.
What? Me? No.
No, not you. The
I saw your BDS.
No, she brought it up before stream too. She was like, BDSM test results.
Did you guys know that Shiki-chan did a BDSM testing and she posted on Twitter?
It's because Nia said she'd post hers if I did. Well, I was the one that brought it up. Because she was talking about it. She was like, yeah, I did the BDSM like test with a bunch of friends. And then Nia was talking about it and how she wasn't going to post her results. And I was like, I'll post my results if you post yours. And she was like, oh, okay, ask management. And I did. And they gave the okay.
Oh my god. Oh my, I'll do mine too. PRISM BDSM result, let's go.
Oh my god. Don't be shy, quote retweet me.
Okay, I'll quote retweet you.
Nice,
and then you can just see two opposite ends of one's submissive and one's just dominant. Submissive and breedable and dominant and unbreedable.
I bet you'll be just as submissive as me, if not worse.
Cap.
No cap.
I've never submitted to nobody.
I don't believe you. I remember the video you made for my birthday when you said you'd be my bitch.
It's only for your birthday! It's not your birthday anymore, is it now?
I still have the video. So as long as that video as long as the video exists.
Oh. Wow.
See? You're just as worse.
Mommy. Please, woke me, mommy. Thank you.
Here, I'll give you wet kibble tonight.
What?
Yeah.
I like them crunchy.
No, it'll still be crunchy. When I mean wet, I mean like with my spit.
Oh. That's how you catch cooties. I don't know if I want that.
What the hell?
Sweat, on the other hand, is pretty good. I would be down for some Game of Girls sweat.
Oh, sweat. Okay, I sweat a lot when I stream. I think I can manage.
Oh, me too. Should we mix sweat?
Do you ever
mix sweat?
This is a weird question. Do you ever stream naked because you sweat so much?
I have definitely taken off pants on stream before. You can ask them.
I've definitely streamed naked. Or in a towel because I sweat a lot or I don't want to wear clothes.
Yeah. I've definitely streamed in like not very many clothes, like if that's what you're asking, but not like fully naked because like, you know, titties are everywhere. It's not comfy for titties to be everywhere.
I see.
But yeah. This is not true crime anymore. This is, how do you stream Zatsudan?
This isn't true crime. These are our crimes.
We are the true crime.
We are the true crime. All right. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I can start one.
Alright.
Alright, welcome to the actual part of the stream
Yeah.
where it's not just us talking about DJ action. Maybe we should just do a DJ stream.
That would be
We
fun.
should be like,
We can bring
who
Nolan.
can one up each other. Can you imagine that stream? It's just like, no, I am more DJ. No,
I am the
more
worst.
DJ.
This is what I've done in my
Yeah.
life.
I have done nothing in my life apart from eating and sleeping. That is so degenerate, bro. One up that.
I see. Is that how you ended up in hell? Doing nothing with your
Yeah.
life?
Pretty much.
Oh.
I wasted my whole entire life.
Oh no. Well, you
And
can
I
start
died
now.
That's true. Do you see Apple Rain? Oh good, I didn't miss anything. Let's hit a trick. Zatsudan Project real. Zatsudan Project can hurt you.
Zatsudan Project real.
Alright, I'm gonna start with kind of a memey one. It's a
Okay.
memey one, but like, it's still like pretty famous. I feel like most people kind of know about it. But it's still a really big meme. But I kind of feel sorry for everyone that's like involved in it anyways. So basically, have you guys heard of the phrase, "Dingo ate my baby"?
What?
No?
I've definitely
You
heard
haven't
that
of it?
before. I've definitely heard about that.
Have you guys heard it? Has chat heard of it? I'm just kind of wondering, because it's pretty famous on like
Mm.
social media, I guess.
Mm.
As like a meme even. Yes, I see 1 yes. Oh, 2. Yo, 3. Oh yeah. So basically, it's a real thing that happened. So basically, I think it happened in 1980 in August.
Mm.
So there was a woman called Lindy, and she took her baby and her husband to go camping near, I think, Uluru, which is kind of like in the middle of Australia, where you don't want to go because in the middle is just all this.
Yeah.
Right. So she took her baby and her husband to go camping in the middle near the big fucking rock. Why would you go there? No one knows. But then she, I think in the morning or something, went running to like other campers around that area, and she was like, "A dingo ate my baby," and it became a really big fucking meme. But it's actually a really sad story because she was actually jailed for like a good like 5 years, maybe.
Jailed?
6 years. 6 years. Yeah, she was jailed for a good 6 years because authorities wouldn't believe her that a dingo actually took a baby. They thought that she murdered her own baby, which is.
I was wondering how
not
this
true.
was true crime. I was wondering. I was like, what? This is a crime. A fucking dingo ate it.
Yeah, this is the true crime part of it. So it's actually true crime because like she was actually jailed for 6 years.
jailed.
Yeah, people were actually and like everyone just called her a murderer. They sent her like hate mail and everything. They're like,
That's
"You
awful.
murderer! You killed your own baby!" Yeah, exactly. Imagine your little precious little gremlin baby just died, and then the whole world is calling you a murderer for murdering your own child. That's so fucked up. But yeah.
Oh my
And
god.
spent 6 years in jail.
That's
I know.
awful.
And I know. People are so fucking mean.
Did she?
creepy.
Did she like sue or something like that?
I don't think so. I don't know. It doesn't really say.
I would have
what she
sued.
did. I know, right? I feel like she probably got something out of it, like some sort of compensation out of it. But like, I couldn't find anything that said she sued or anything. So, but yeah, she like made one of her children like a black, like lacy looking baby dress that kind of looks like a witch's dress, and then everyone found it, and then they were like, "Look, this is proof she is a witch. She makes a black dress for
What the
baby."
heck?
And I read that and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, she should have gotten compensation for that. What the fuck?
She should have. I don't know exactly if she did get compensation or not. You better fucking do it. You're still alive, lady. You can still fight for that shit.
Oh my god.
But yeah, she actually came out of jail like 6 years later because some English dude went hiking at the Uluru and accidentally
Found the
like,
bones?
died because
Oh.
no, he fell off and he died. So they sent out like a search party for him, and while they were looking for him, they found like a little white dress worn by her daughter, and then near like a dingo like den kind of thing. And they're like, oh yeah, so the dingo probably took the baby then.
That's crazy.
And that's how she was released.
That
Yeah.
the dress was still like intact, you know?
Yeah, no. But I guess like dingoes don't really need dresses today. Maybe they want to look pretty.
Oh my gosh. That's
But
awful.
yeah, so Yeah, if it wasn't for the dude that just accidentally like died it, she would still be in jail, man.
Oh my god.
And then this woman is like a fucking saint or some shit. She came out of jail and she was like, "Oh yeah, jail taught me patience." And I was like, "Huh? That's all you have to say? Not how dare you look me up? Just
Right?
jail has taught me patience."
Jail has taught me patience. Man.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my god.
It's so funny.
I
Is there a
hated
dingo
that.
VTuber with a white dress?
Oh my god. Are there dingo VTubers actually?
I don't think so. Dingoes are like not that well known. They're not
My
huge.
wife is a dingo VTuber, but with a great. Oh, your wife's a dingo VTuber.
Your
Interesting.
wife? Oh wow, nice.
Huh.
Interesting. I didn't think there's gonna be a dingo VTuber. That's
Yeah,
so specific.
that is very
good on her,
specific.
man. Good on her. Representation matters. Dingo life matters.
Sorry.
I think
Still
like
my
recently.
nightmares.
I think recently she's been like, maybe not that recent, like 10 years ago. She's been like advocating for like, dingoes are dangerous animals. Don't think they're friendly because they look like dogs.
Oh, true though.
But
You
yeah.
can't underestimate them. You can't underestimate any wild animal, to be honest. Like you should, you should
true.
not especially in Australia. You shouldn't underestimate anything there. What the fuck?
That's not true. We have really cute things like tarantulas and funnel web spiders and box jellyfish and yeah, blue bottle and yeah. We have a moth. I didn't know about this at all because it's like in the wetter parts of Australia, like the rainforest of Australia, right? Like where Darwin kind of is, like Queensland is. But apparently there's this moth that's like the size of your palm. And then at like the butt area of this moth, there's like 2 tentacles that come out of it. It's like so weird looking.
I see.
I was like, oh, I guess we do have everything.
I guess you do. Are
Not bears.
are,
Oh
like,
yeah.
spiders
we also have
especially
chlamydia.
chlamydia? Oh yeah, don't most koalas have chlamydia?
Yeah, pretty much all of them have chlamydia. So if you ever get clawed by a koala, it's suggested that you go to a clinic right away and get a shot.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Don't get clawed by
They're such dumb animals. They're so cute though.
I know.
But they're so dumb.
They're basically just Australian sloth.
They like the thing about it too is they can only eat eucalyptus or whatever,
Yeah.
and the eucalyptus grains on their teeth, and so eventually their teeth just fall out or they don't have teeth anymore, so they can't eat and they just die.
And you know what's really stupid too? They only eat like like one type of eucalyptus or something out of like so many types of eucalyptus. So like in a forest full of eucalyptus trees, koala is just like, I pretend to see
Yeah.
nothing. I guess I starved.
They never evolved. Like they never evolved to
Yeah.
like have a different digestive system or to like eat other food. They just are solely for that type of eucalyptus, and it kills them eventually.
Actually though, it's so stupid, and it provides like no nutritional value at all as well. It's like so low nutritional value. They have to just keep eating, keep eating, keep eating. It's like, why? Why don't you just evolve?
Yeah. Oh, they're so
But,
cute
like-
though.
They're pretty cute, but they're really stinky.
Yeah, they seem like they'd be stinky, like sloths.
Yeah, they're so fucking stinky. And like, I feel like most animals got a chance to evolve because like they have like natural predators. I think koalas just don't have that many natural predators. And humans didn't eat koalas either because they just aren't that tasty, I think. So they literally just chill. They're just chilling.
I see. Also, the babies can't eat full leaves, so they eat their mother's poop for nourishment.
Ah, yeah. Koalas are very... Yeah,
Yeah,
the koalas are very...
I see.
But yeah,
Very
Australian
interesting.
wildlife.
Wildlife. All right. I suppose I will talk about mine. Let's see. How about, since Dahmer is a heavy topic right now, we talk about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh! Yeah, I actually don't know that much about him. I'm intrigued.
Okay, so recently Netflix came out with the Jeffrey Dahmer TV series starring Evan Peters.
Yeah, I saw.
And oh man, it's such a weird thing to say in that it's so hard because, you know, you don't want to be disrespectful, but Evan Peters did a really fantastic job in the role. And it's so weird saying that in a role of an actual person that committed all these terrible crimes and stuff like that. And I feel like because Evan Peters is kind of seen as like a sex symbol for a lot of people, especially like teenage girls, it's caused a lot of people to like romanticize Jeffrey Dahmer and to like people started making like more Dahmer fan cams and stuff like that. It's like, oh, he's so hot. Like, yes, Evan Peters is attractive, but Jeffrey Dahmer, please stop talking about him like that.
I don't want to. I don't understand. I think these people are just so down bad. So down bad to the point where they're like, take my life!
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But like, there's so many hot people out there. Do you really have to be obsessed with
Right!
a serial killer?
Of all the people, you choose to be sexually attracted to a serial killer?
Right. You know, I think... I don't know. A lot of people think weebs are cringe. They're like, how can you like 2D women? They're not even real. But I think the real cringe people are the people that are sexually attracted to serial killers. Just go and like, I don't know, there's so many, you know, B-stars exist. You know, Hot Wolf Boy exists. Why simp?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer when you can have Hot Wolf Boy?
Exactly. All right. So Jeffrey Dahmer lived from 1960 to 1994. He murdered at least 17 men and young boys between 1978 to 1991. Many years later, his first murder was actually around, I think he was in high school or he had just graduated.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Because the first notable murder was in 1978 and he was born in 1960. So he was around 18 years old.
Can you imagine being 18 years old, walking around the street, minding your own business, and then you see your classmate, and then you go up and talk to them, and then they just fucking murder you? Like, what the fuck?
I think it was something similar in that he would drive around. I think he saw like a man jogging or something. No, it was a hitchhiker. A hitchhiker needed to be taken to a concert or something like that. At least that was how they portrayed it in the show. He picked up a hitchhiker and then took him to his house under the impression that he like... Yeah.
That sounds like what Ted Bundy does.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'll take you to this place you need to get to, but come to my house first. Let's have some beers and stuff like that. But yeah, he was around 17 or 18 years old around the time of his first murder. Many later murders involved necrophilia, body part preservation, and cannibalism. I remember specifically, there's a very funny TikTok that was so real. It was like, oh, did you know that Jeffrey Dahmer found out that ink tastes bad because he ate someone with tattoos? Like, no shit, ink tastes bad. Are you stupid?
Yeah, no, squid ink tastes pretty good. So maybe he thought it would be like squid ink?
I don't know. It was just like, they're like, oh, wow, that's such an interesting fact. No, it's not. He was stupid. Of course ink tastes bad.
The same vibe as like if you decide to eat ass and you meet the brown shit, and you're like, oh no, shit tastes bad. It's like, yeah, no, duh.
Yeah. He was sentenced to 15 terms of life imprisonment when he was finally given, like, you know, the verdict.
What does that even mean? I actually never understood what that means.
I guess
like, how do you serve 15 lifetimes when you only have one life? You're not a cat.
You can't, but that's just how bad it was. And okay, so he was like on death row. He was going to be what is it called? When oh my god.
Executed?
Yes, he was going to be executed.
Right.
But before he could be executed, he was really fucking annoying one day in prison, and he was beaten to death by a fellow inmate.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he was really annoying. Like, he would say random shit to, like, the other prisoners or, like, the guards and stuff. But one day he said it to the wrong guy. His fellow inmate, Christopher Scarver, in 1994. And another...
Christopher.
Yeah, and another inmate was also murdered by Scarver the same day. And the weapon was a dumbbell bar he found in the weight room. He killed 2 people that day in prison. Jeffrey Dahmer being one of them.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What in the name of fuck?
He was really annoying that day. He just... out. He's dead. Before he could even be executed, didn't get a last meal, no final words. He was just executed because he was... not executed, but he was killed because he was annoying.
That's so fucking funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
See, normally it's pretty tragic when someone dies like that, but it's kind of just funny when serial killers get killed by someone else.
Yeah. He also had a pretty rough home life. His dad was absent like a lot, and his mother was like severely depressed. I think that she had overdosed before, and there's just a lot of issues at home that may have contributed to how fucked up he ended up getting. He started having an interest in dead animals at a young age. He particularly enjoyed the sound of bones and often called them fiddlesticks. And he started dissecting, collecting, and experimenting on dead animals. His father in particular taught him how to preserve animal bones. So, thanks, Dad.
Thank you, Dad. Not really.
Not
but you.
really.
I feel like all these like serial killers, they all have like a really rough childhood. They're all like, my mom was gone or my dad was gone. I was raised by relatives.
Ted Bundy had a normal childhood, but he was completely fine. There's no reason for it. He was just fucked in the head. Let's see. Okay.
Some people are just built different.
No, for real. When Jeffrey Dahmer was caught, he readily admitted to all of his crimes. That he could recall, of course. He's also suffered from mental illness, so there are probably other people that, like, their bodies were not found, or some that were not listed when he was confessing to everything. He was very ready. It was to just confess everything, and he gave very grave detail about everything that he did.
Was he the one that's like he's sorry about what he's done? Is he the one?
I think he was fairly sorry for what, at least like what in the recorded tapes. I think he felt he did apologize. Like there's nothing you could do to make up for something like that. But I think that from what I understand, he was willing to admit everything. But also it seemed like it was in a very cold kind of tone.
Right.
He was actually arrested prior to them finding out about the murders in 1988 because he drugged and assaulted a teenage boy. And he was sentenced to only 1 year. He was sentenced to only 1 year in prison with work release, so he could go to yes, it was a teenage boy. 2, he assaulted this teenage boy. Yes, he assaulted a minor and was sentenced to 1 year in prison, and he could work. He went to work every single day. He still got money coming in. He just went to the jail after he was done with the work, and he had 5 years probation. But Dahmer only spent a week in jail before being released on bail by a family member.
What in the name of fuck? I guess assault is what? I thought assault was like a bigger crime than just 1 year.
Bundy did not have a normal childhood?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, what?
From what I understand,
I thought he did.
From what I understand, he had a totally like, I mean, I don't think his parents raised him. I don't think his parents raised him. I think that his parents were somewhat absent. I think he was raised by grandparents or something like that. From what I understand. Did he not have a normal childhood?
Oh, they said Ted Bundy always claimed to have had a normal childhood, but those who knew him described him as a lonely boy who didn't fit in as prone to violence. Once even burning a neighborhood cat alive. Well, I guess he wasn't that normal.
I mean, normal childhood is in his home life, not like what he does in his personal time.
Yeah, I think like his grandparents like loved him quite a lot too, so like they spoiled him a bit. Still, like no one was like abusing him or anything in like that sort of terms. But he probably still grew up a bit fucked because his parents weren't around. We all need that good old father figure in our lives, don't we?
That victim I just mentioned, that a teenage boy that he assaulted, Jeffrey Dahmer later killed the brother of the victim which actually, the one that led to his first sentencing. He killed the brother of that victim.
Oh wait, I know the story.
Yeah. Is
he also the one that like puts everyone in jars and then displays it in his house?
I don't know if he doesn't really, from what I understand, he didn't display them in his house. He actually like, he put them in like, well, I think there were some jars and stuff like that in like his fridge, but like not displayed out in the open. I think he had a shrine though.
He took photos, right?
He had like
he took photos of his victims.
Yeah, he took photos of them.
Was that him?
He did, yeah, he always took photos of like the people that he killed, which I think it's fucked up that a lot of those photos are actually available online to see.
What?
Yeah. You can actually see
What?
quite a few of the photos.
That's so fucked.
Mhm.
Why did they release shit like that? That's so fucked.
Mm.
Poor victims. Poor fucking victims, bro.
Yeah. Mm.
Can you just imagine when you die, your dead body is just all over the internet for everyone to see? What the fuck?
Yeah. I think, in particular, Jeffrey Dahmer was like, he was very interested in things like Satanism, which I don't understand because Satanism is not what the media portrays it as. If anything, it's just like mental illness making you think, like trying to justify your actions and giving you purpose for doing these terrible things. And so he had like a shrine with like the bones of victims and stuff like that, and said it was like for Satan or some shit. One other fact was that he was obsessed with Palpatine from Star
Palpatine?
Wars.
What's
Yeah.
that? Right.
Yeah, he's one of the villains from Star Wars, and he said that like he was his like hero to the point that he'd wear like yellow contact lenses to like stake out victims.
He's just a weeb.
Yeah. He's just a freak.
He's just a nerd.
Yeah.
That's so fucked.
Yeah.
As an Akuma, I'm telling you guys, don't worship Satan. He's not gonna do nothing for you. I don't understand people that like wanna give like dead bodies like to like as a satanic ritual. Like, I don't want your bodies. What am I gonna do with it? Display in my house? I don't want to display no bodies.
Yeah,
in
give
my
me a
house.
DoorDash gift card.
Literally though, like, can you like instead give me fucking Macca's or some shit? KFC is pretty good too.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I just don't understand. From what I understand from interviews, you've done interviews with Satanists? Actual Satanism is more about empowerment of self, you and yourself as a god. Yeah,
Yeah.
something along those
Yeah.
lines. It's like, I am better than God.
More so than that, it's like rather than like making your most important like thing and purpose in life like God, instead it's making yourself your most important like thing. It's valuing yourself and putting yourself above even God, basically. It's,
I mean,
like,
that's kind of valid,
it's empowering
though, like, to some people.
Yeah, it's empowering.
To those of you who don't believe in God, that's pretty valid, I think.
I've met many kind
just
Satanists,
don't get too
actually.
on board.
I've met many kind Satanists.
Right. I bet he would have kinned the Joker if he was into Marvel. Was like Marvel around back then? Probably not.
I think
Marvel's
comic
probably
books were definitely around
Ah,
then.
yeah, the
comic
comic
books.
books. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Ted Bundy? Not Ted Bundy. Jeffrey Dahmer in a Joker cosplay?
I hate that. I hate that.
I hate clowns. I hate that. There was like a true crime story. I don't know too much about it, but there's one about clowns too. There was a clown that went around killing people too.
I actually have John Wayne Gacy on my list as well.
Oh,
was
that him?
He was known as the Killer Clown. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Heard that one.
Would you like to go next?
Sure, I'll go next. And then we can talk about the fucking clown. It's always the fucking clowns. Fuck me dead. Fuck me sideways. Alright, this one is... Let me see, what should I do next? See, I don't think like the Australian ones are like that famous. So a lot of you guys probably don't even know about them. But have you guys heard of... whatchamacallit, Snowtown murders? Snowtown murders.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Apparently it's really famous, even like outside of Australia. But I've like never really heard of it before either. So how famous could it really be? Do who the what now? Do what? What are we doing? But basically, TLDR, it's a bunch of friends, family and friends, that went around killing people in not Snowtown, but they killed them around their own homes, and then they transported them to like a town called Snowtown, and they stuffed like the body in barrels and like acid and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, and then that was basically it. And there was also cannibalism. Always cannibalism.
I see.
I think this story was like really shocking to people because normally most serial killers they operate by themselves. Right?
Yeah,
Because
it's not
if
usually
there's
a
more
group.
people, you get found out if you operate as a big group. But basically, what happened is the main dude, what was his name again? Bunting. His last name is Bunting. He married someone and then got her son, his stepson, to join him in the murders. And then later on, he recruited a neighbor to join him in his murders. And then later on, asked a friend to join him. And then murdered said friend too. with friends. And he also got his wife involved too. So it was like a really big group of people. There was like 4 main people and like a bunch of other people that like just helped with like several murders. So basically, they would go around murdering family members. And they would like, I don't even understand what their motive was. They didn't really like talk much about motives or anything. They just went around killing family members and friends, and they would just drop them fucking barrels. So basically, most of the bodies they were put inside barrels of acid, and then so in 1999, that was when police sort of discovered 8 of the bodies in barrels in like a shed in Snowtown, and that was how like everything got found out.
I see.
So apparently, sometimes he would shove like 2 bodies in one single barrel.
Oh.
It was so fucked. And he would go to the barrels from time to time to see how it's like decomposing and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't just leave it there. He checks up on it. Like who the fuck does that shit? That's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
And then apparently he was reported to say, "Oh yes, these bodies, they're rotting very nicely." Like, what?
What the heck?
So yeah, he man just got off, maybe not got off, but he took great pleasure on like seeing how the bodies were rotting. I guess he likes seeing the process of rotting bodies. Can't you just do that with animals? Do you really just
That reminds me that when
Yeah?
Dahmer in particular was like keeping human remains, he also had an acid barrel or like a acid drum that he'd
What the fuck is
help.
with them in acid barrels?
Yeah, and he'd sometimes get complaints about the smell. And I think the biggest excuse he used was
remember that.
tropical fish. He's like, "Oh, I got a tropical fish that died."
Oh yeah. I remember they even got police to like investigate him, right? Because they were smelling things, and then he was just like, "Oh, sorry, officer, my fish."
Sorry, I have a tropical fish. Sorry, my family knows I love pork chops, and I guess the meat expired.
Yeah, and then it's like, what? How did the police not just be like, "Oh, that sounds kind of sus"? They're like, "Oh, your fish died? Poor fella. All right, we'll leave you." What the fuck?
Yeah. So
It's so
weird.
Yeah. Apparently, back to this story. Apparently, what Bunting did was he really hated like homosexual people, and he really hated pedophiles. So apparently, I'm getting this right. Let me just do a double check. I think. Wait, am I getting the right people? Yeah, it is. Okay. So basically, he hated homosexual people and he hated pedophiles, and most of the people that he killed were people that he claimed to be like pedophiles.
Yeah.
Or or homosexual.
I
But like
see.
his last victim was actually a woman, and apparently he killed her when she was home alone because he claimed that she behaved really sexually towards him and she needed to die because I guess hoes, he just don't like hoes either.
I see. I see.
Yeah, and again, same with like a lot of patterns you'll find with like serial killers is they're just abused as children. So he hates homosexual people and pedophiles because he was abused by an older male relative when he was a child.
I see.
Yeah. So basically trauma. He was, I think, diagnosed with PTSD as well.
I see.
Now, serial killers, before you kill people, how about you just go get some fucking therapy?
Yeah.
Instead of killing people, going to therapy might just be a better way to relieve yourself of your fucking trauma.
Yeah. Yeah, before you... Oh my god, this sounds so bad.
Yeah.
before you kill someone, maybe get help. I don't know.
Yeah, literally though.
Man.
But I guess like some people are just so fucking far gone, they need like outside help. And people don't realize people need outside help until it's too fucking late.
Though, maybe we wouldn't have so many murderers if therapy were more accessible. At least in the US, because we have a really bad, like, murderer, serial killer. We have just have a crime problem in general, like, all the time. Like...
Oh yeah, this crime was also really shocking because Australia has a really low crime rate. Wait, are is your stream dead?
Did my stream die?
I think so.
Oh, it's back now. It's back now.
Oh, okay.
There we go. We should be good.
I see now.
Sorry, guys! Susan decided to give me the no data. Ugh. But yeah.
What are you talking about it? Fucking Susan. It's always fucking Susan. I mean...
Susan.
Fucking Did you... Speaking of Susan, slight, what do you call it? What is it called? Oh, fuck. Tangent. Apparently the name Susan and Karen is, like, non-existent now. Like, no newborn babies are named Susan or Karen.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to be.
Yeah, like, apparently, like, before Karen and Susan became, like, a meme, there were still babies called Karen. No more. After it became a meme, no one's naming their kids Karen or Susan.
Good. It's for the best.
It's so fucking funny, though.
It's for the best.
I thought Karen was a good name, because, like, a lot of anime girls are actually called Karen. Or, like, back in, like, the magical girl ones. So I thought Karen was actually a pretty good name, until it became a boomer name, and I was like, You know what other names are gonna go extinct? Mary Ann.
Marianne.
That is such an old name.
I feel like Anne will always be around, but Mary is gonna die.
Yeah, who the fuck is called Mary?
I only know one person named Mary in my life.
I don't know anyone named Mary. Do you guys know anyone named Mary?
I know like one person.
But yet newborns with the names Little and Shiki have skyrocketed.
Teehee.
We have replaced the Karens. We are the new Karens. Would you rather be Karen or Susan?
Susan.
I'll take Karen then.
Okay. That's our new names.
Hello there, Susan.
Hello, Mary.
How
I mean,
do you
not Mary. Karen.
Alright, anyways, what were we talking about? Yes, murders.
Yes.
Big murders.
Big murders. You're telling me about the family that murdered other families and wait, no, not that part. Wait, there's a was it the family?
Yeah, the Buntings.
Yeah.
The Snowtown murders.
Yeah.
So basically, other things like of note were the victims were always tortured before death with like actual torture devices, just kind of like fucked stuff. Like they would like smash your toe with like I don't know what it's called, but they would also like I don't know gag you, cut you open. It's kind of fucked.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. They like to play with their victims. I feel like that's like the most fucked type of people. There's people that kill people because they think someone deserves to die, and then there's people that kill people because they want to.
They just enjoy it.
Like these two, yeah, these two are fucked already. But like the people that kill people because they want to watch them suffer are like even more fucked.
Dolphins.
Than like the other types of people. Actually, actual dolphins though. The dolphins are the people.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. And as usual, there was a little bit of cannibalism involved. So, apparently they ate a little bit of the final victim. So, apparently what happened was with one of the victims they killed, he died too quickly, and they were kind of sad that they didn't get to play with their victim more. So they cut him up and they deep fried him. This happened in Australia.
Deep fried?
But I guess, yeah, we gotta deep fry your victim, and they ate him.
I've never heard of deep frying a body. That's insane.
Yeah, they cut him up and they deep fried him. I guess like fried chicken cutlet, but fried human cutlet.
I see.
But yeah, apparently the guy who got deep fried was the only guy to actually die in Snowtown. The rest of them all died somewhere else and got transported to Snowtown.
Oh, I see.
KFC, but KFH. Oh my god!
No.
Not Kentucky Fried Humans!
Oh my god.
I don't think humans would even taste very good though. Just a speculation though that I've ever had.
Oh, that reminds me of a story I read once. Cause like, if you eat a person, I think the first time you get quite sick. Your body goes through some kind of shock or something like this. There was like a Reddit post I saw once where this girl, she went to a party, right? And at the party, she made out with some guy, and then she took a drink, and then she got like terribly sick. And she felt super duper terribly sick, and she thought she got drugged, so she went to the hospital. And then when she got to the hospital, she wasn't drugged. They told her that there was something in her body, like it's a type of reaction that only happens after like you eat human flesh. And she was like, I haven't eaten human flesh. It turns out that the guy that she had made out with and exchanged saliva with, he had eaten someone.
No! That's real cooties! That is real fucking cooties! What the fuck?
Actual cooties.
Like actual fucking... What in the fuck? What? Is that story real though? It sounds a bit weird, because there's actual cannibals out there that like... Because there's a guy out there who like amputated his leg and ate it with a bunch of his friends, and they were fine, I think.
Let's see.
Was that story actually real?
Let's see.
I would never kiss anyone ever again. Me too. Not doing a full background check.
Okay, let's see.
Next time you kiss someone, make sure you go up to them and do like a full background check and be like, have you murdered anyone in the past 10 days?
Eating
have
people.
You ate a
Eating people can make you really, really sick. Like most people will get sick when they eat a person. Specifically, eating the brain of another human being can cause kuru, a brain disease that's similar to mad cow disease. It occurs because our brains contains prions that transmit the disease. Symptoms begin with trembling and end in death. So you can die from eating another person.
That's where zombies came from.
Yeah.
Probably. What if you bit your tongue by accident? I think maybe it's just the brain. I think other parts of your body are...
I think you can. I think you can get sick, like super nauseous and like faint.
Yeah.
But
I think your own body would be fine because whatever's in your body's already inside you already, probably. Maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
So strange. This is like...
I've definitely eaten a part of my... I've definitely like accidentally bit my tongue before, so...
Yeah.
Am I gonna die?
Yeah.
It's because it's another person. It's similar to blood or organ rejection, I think. So I guess you can safely eat yourself. So if you ever like amputate a part of your body and you really want to know what humans taste like, I guess you could eat that.
If you're gonna eat people, eat yourself.
Honestly though, why not? If you're gonna have to amputate something, why let perfectly good meat go to waste?
Yeah.
But yeah, also don't eat the brain, or else you might just end up like a fucking zombie. That's true though. In a survival situation, would you eat someone? Like, let's say there's dead bodies around you and you're in like a plane crash or something. There's no other food. Would you eat a person?
I don't think I could. I don't think I could. I made a joke once because I was in a group call with some friends and they're like, Shiki, would you eat me? Like, if it was just us and we had to survive. And I was like, I will do whatever it takes to live. And she was like, what the fuck?
Me too. I would also take whatever it takes to live.
But I don't know if realistically I could. I feel like I'd feel too guilty and I'd just eat sand or like the leaves on trees.
Me too, but like, if you're like... I don't know. I feel like if it's a life or death like situation, I'll definitely eat someone. If they're already dead, of course. I don't know if I go out of my way to murder someone, but like, if they're already dead, you know what? Why not?
I see.
If you're really hungry, I don't think you even think anymore. You just eat.
Understandable.
Y'all can eat me first if I ever strand. Oh boy.
You're so nice.
Thank you. I will eat you with gratitude. I think.
If you're ever desperate,
I will never forgive you.
the liver is the best bet at surviving. Okay, thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Now I need to find out what a liver looks like and where to find it.
Yeah. I'm not good enough at biology to know where a liver is.
Oh my goodness.
I just don't understand cannibalism.
It is weird. Very weird. Ooh. Would you like to find out about the clown man now?
Oh, the clown man! Fuck the clown man! Don't actually fucking, but fucking let's go!
Okay, so the clown man is John Wayne Gacy. He lived from 1942 to 1994. He murdered at least 33 young men and boys. He originally performed at children's hospitals and charity events as Pogo the Clown and Patches the Clown. He was later called the Killer Clown. He would usually lure his victims by saying he'd demonstrate a magic trick. Let's see. 26 of the bodies were buried in a crawl space in his home, 3 were buried in another place on his property, and 4 were discarded in a river.
Man actually just lived in a graveyard.
He actually was convicted in 1968 for separate crimes, something very awful that I will not say on stream, and he was given a 10-year imprisonment but only served 18 months.
What?
Yeah.
What? What in... How? How?
That's what I want to know.
How? I don't understand. I don't... What? 18 months? I feel like people go to jail for, like, stealing and they have to go in there for, like, a year or some shit. Like,
yeah!
what the fuck is this shit?
Oh my god. Let's see.
That is a good lawyer. Who is that lawyer? I want that fucking lawyer.
Oh my god.
You know how you said he lured people by showing them magic tricks? I bet he lures them in and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna show you a magic trick now. I'm about to make your life disappear. Poof.
No, no.
No. Oh, that's exactly what Jordan said. Great minds think alike.
Goodness.
But yeah.
He murdered at least 30 people after divorcing his second wife. He was sentenced to death in 1980, but died by lethal injection in 1994. He spent a lot of his last years in prison painting and even sold his paintings. He used...
like a lot of serial killers are very artsy. Like, a lot of them go into jail and just draw, like, paint and, like, sculpt or something. It's kind of fucking weird.
That's one way to stay sane. Pick up a hobby, I guess.
Suppose.
Oh, he was also someone that was keen on, like, you know, getting bodies to decompose faster. So he used quicklime, which is calcium oxide, to help decompose the bodies quicker. Let's see. His last meal before he passed away: a dozen deep-fried shrimp, a bucket of KFC's original recipe chicken.
I know this one!
Ah! The french fries, strawberries, and a bottle of Diet Coke. And...
Yeah, I remember him.
His last statement was, "Kiss my ass."
Admirable! I wish that was my last statement. Very admirable. It's kind of... Have you seen, like, there was, like, an article that, like, compiled a list of, like,
all the last meals? Yeah!
Yeah. Have you seen those? Yeah.
I have.
I
actually
saw that one.
compiled the most popular last meal requests. The most popular last meals for people include pie, ice cream, steak, pizza, lobster, hamburger, spaghetti, sushi, and crab potatoes. Yeah.
Pound. That's pretty cool.
What would you eat as a last meal?
I have no idea. That's kind of weird to think about. Like, do you reckon you can, do you reckon you can request for ass? So you can just eat ass one last time.
Oh my god, that's not a real meal! Not unless something comes out, but like, I don't think you want that.
That's a real meal, man. That's a real meal for me, man.
Whoa, Lucho's an ass eater. She eats ass.
Alright, would you prefer pussy then? Can I have a meal of pussy, please? Thank you.
Oh my god.
That doesn't sound right. Ass just sounds better.
Oh my god. Oh my
She's had
god.
enough of me.
Oh my god. Well, what is
Sorry,
your
mate.
favorite food? What is your favorite food?
That's a really fucking hard question to answer. Like, everyone always asks, what is your favorite food? What is your favorite? I don't know! Who eats one food for, like, every day? You don't. You can't do that. Like, I eat different things every day. I don't know. Like, so many things are good. KFC is great. Macca's is great. Pizza is great. Spicy shit is great. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. Korean barbecue is great. I like all of them. I like all of them pretty much equally. How do you answer this fucking question? I don't know.
I see.
Yeah. I cannot eat one thing for the rest of my life. Even if you go like, little, eat KFC for the rest of your life. I will vomit. I will vomit right into your fucking face if I have to eat KFC for 2 weeks straight. Cannot.
I see. I feel like I could be someone that
What
could
about
eat my
you?
favorite foods, like, forever.
Yeah, what is it?
Japanese beef curry with white steamed rice. I could eat that every day for the rest of my life.
Fair enough. But I've done that for like a week and I cannot go longer for a week, so I already debunked that for myself.
I see.
I just can't. I'm too like picky with food. It's like if I have the same thing again, I get really bored.
I see.
Chat pizza collab next time? Yo!
No! I'm tired of it!
Me too! I don't want anchovies on my pizza ever again! Fuck that shit!
If Shiki was forced to eat fruit for the rest of her life, that would make her a serial killer. Fun fact!
You don't like fruit, right?
I hate fruit. There is the actor that plays the main character in The Shining. I can't remember his name right now. But because his character was going mad and he was very irritable and anxious, the actor specifically ate his least Jack Nicholson. He specifically ate his least favorite food every day while filming, and that was cheese sandwiches. It was just cheese in between 2 slices of bread, and he ate that every single day while filming.
That's disgusting.
So he'd feel like shit and be more irritable, basically.
Understandable, though. That's method acting at its finest. Honestly, like, if it was me, I would just starve myself. So, like, don't people get really hangry?
I get hangry.
Yeah. I'm actually not that bad with, like, hangriness, but, like, if I, like, didn't eat for, like, a whole day, I would be more moody than if I ate.
I get ya.
Yeah, because, like, once, even if you ate, like, stuff you don't like, you kind of just forget about it the moment you're done with it, I reckon. Maybe. Maybe I'm just speculating. Maybe if you made me eat anchovy pizza every day, I'll be pretty angry.
Oh my god. Ew. Oh my god, it's so salty.
Yeah. It's so, like, disgusting. It tastes like ass.
I don't
Actually,
like
ass
it.
might taste better. Yeah. So, what fruit would you actually eat? Just out of curiosity.
The only fruit I'm okay with is apple. I'll eat apples all the time.
You don't even like mangoes?
I will
So
only
this-
eat mango. This is very specific, but I remember someone I knew gave me dried mangoes straight from the Philippines, and it was so good.
Oh,
but I
dried
haven't.
mangoes are really fucking
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
There's no good dried mangoes where I live, so
You know, apparently, do you have Daiso around you?
no. I wish.
Ah.
I wish I had any. I wish I had an H
Daiso
Mart.
has-
Daiso.
Daiso has like a really good dried mango. So.
Oh, I wish I had Daiso. Let me. Are there any near me? Hold on. Daiso near me. Store
Well,
locator.
I know what to ship you next time.
Dried mangoes.
Yeah. It's nearly mango season for me right now because it's nearly summer and I'm so happy.
Ooh. I'm trying to see if there's a Daiso near me.
Do you just not like fruit because they're wet and mushy? Like, is it like more of a texture thing for you, or is it like a taste thing?
It's both like a texture thing, and also I hate tart tastes. Like, I can't handle anything like tart. It has to be sweet, or else it's just not. That's why I can pretty much only eat apples, is that they have a good texture because they're crunchy. It's just a crunch, and that I prefer like hard or crunchy textures over like slimy or like mushy or like stuff that's like soft. That feels so weird for me.
Understandable. You probably hate bananas.
Oh man, I don't
like
like
tart
oh
and
my
mushy.
god, I can't.
Have you ever had durian?
No, actually, because they don't have them in grocery stores here.
Yeah, they don't. I kind of want to know your reaction to durians, because it's not really tart, but it does kind of.
I've smelled it.
So that
I've
might be a problem.
smelled it, but I've
Yeah?
never eaten it.
How did it smell to you? Did it smell okay?
It smells like spoiled fruit. It's not as terrible as people make it out to be. It just smells like fruit that's been in your fridge too long, basically. Like fruits or vegetables that have been in
It smells
sitting.
garlicky, doesn't it?
A little
I feel like it
bit.
smells garlic. Yeah.
A little bit.
Tastes pretty good though. Would recommend, maybe not to you.
Are you ready for your next subject?
Oh yeah, you done with the clown already?
Yeah.
Oh, why? Oh, sis. I wanted to know more about the clown. Did he eat people? Did the clown eat people?
I don't believe he ate people. I think he just killed people.
Wow, the first one to like not eat anyone's crazy. Alright, the next story I have for you guys is what do you call it? So I think this story, or she is known as Lady Leatherface.
Oh.
The reason why she's called that is because she was a meat. She was like kind of a butcher. She worked a lot with slaughtering animals. So with that in mind, what she did was she murdered her at time de facto boyfriend. So I don't think you guys do you know what de facto is? It's kind of like getting married, except you don't get married. But you get like all the privileges of being married.
I think
once you
there's
live together for like
I think there's a term for that here.
yeah. It's called de facto here. It's like a legal
It's common
thing.
law marriage here. It's where you're not legally married. Yeah.
Yeah. So then they weren't legally married, but they basically applied for de facto so they can get all the benefits that a married couple would get, but without the marriage. So she murdered her at-time de facto boyfriend, stabbing him, I think, 37 times with a butcher's knife. And the reason why she's actually called Leatherface was because she actually skinned her boyfriend.
Oh.
She skinned him, like the whole person, and she hung it up. Just, can you imagine walking to someone's house and you just see like skin of boyfriend?
Well, this is like the chainsaw, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
This is actually like that though, yeah. But apparently the reason why she killed him was because so she's always been like a bit abusive and violent, even with her like exes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So apparently he filed for like some sort of restriction against her earlier that day. And I'm guessing she kind of got scared that he's gonna leave her or something along those lines. Because she's really controlling and she's really jealous. So she's like, no, if you're gonna leave me, I'm gonna fucking end your fucking life. So she... I don't know what's going on in his fucking brain either. If you know someone who... So she's stabbed him before this. Okay, she stabbed him prior to this. And he still lives in the same fucking house as her to do what? I don't fucking know. But he filed for like restriction against her. Went back to the same fucking house as her. And they fucked. Why would you fuck? Why would you fuck? Why? To do what?
What?
But,
My dude, were you trying to get a restraining order?
Yeah, he got a fucking restraining order and he fucked her the same fucking day. To do what? No one knows. And then, so as you know, people fall asleep after they do some fucking. So he fell right fucking asleep, and that was when she took the fucking opportunity to do 37 chomps.
I see.
And then he obviously woke up mid chomp and tried to run away. He made it to the door, but she ended his life there. So yeah.
Oh my god.
And then after, yeah, it's fucking crazy. And then after that, she basically skinned him using her butchering skills that she learned from slaughtering animals. Fucking crazy. And then she chopped his head off and attempted to make a meat stew from his head with like cauliflower and everything in it. And then she also chopped off parts from his butt and she didn't deep fry. She fried it, turned it into like a steak, and she was gonna serve it to his children, his son and his daughter.
What?
Yeah, she plated it up, and she like had, you know how like when you go to like a fancy restaurant or when you go to like a wedding and stuff and people put your name in front of plates? She like put their name down in front of the plates too. They didn't end up eating it because she got arrested before that, but like it's so fucked.
I see. Okay, well, there's a lesson to be learned from this. Don't stick your dick in crazy.
Literally though, don't stick your dick in crazy. A lot of you guys are like, I want a woman.
I can fix her.
Around in red flags. You cannot fix it. Run away. Run a fuck her. No, fuck her. Just don't stick your dick in it, man. Why would you do? There's so many non-fucking crazy women.
Early in the day, he was like, I have a restraining order. Oh, but she's so sexy. What if?
I know.
Unless.
That's, I guess he really did pay for it. But yeah, so I think she ate a part of him too before throwing it out to feed her dogs. So there was also cannibalism involved in this.
Oh, why is there so much cannibalism?
I know. Why does every serial killer just have to eat people? I mean, she wasn't a serial killer because she only killed one person, but still, like.
I wonder if it's out of curiosity or I don't know.
Probably, right? Like, you killed someone, you might as well be like, oh, they're already dead. Might as well. That's so fucked. But yeah, so, she actually got caught because, like, he didn't show up to work. And then, like, the day before, he actually told his co-workers, he was like, oh, yeah, I'm really scared she's gonna kill me. So, like, if I don't turn up to work, there's a high chance that she's already murdered me. She actually fucking did murder him! So, his co-workers went to check up on him, and then they found a bloodstain on the front door, and then that's when they, like, alerted authorities, where they went in and they found the meat stew and the skin.
I see.
And the plates that she was gonna serve to his children.
That's so. Oh my god! Wait, that reminds me of a South Park episode when this one kid upset Cartman, and so he killed his parents and made them into chili and fed it to him.
Oh my god! Sussy chili. That is some real sussy fucking chili.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Apparently afterwards they complimented her on her skinning skills, but because they were able to put it back pretty much perfectly for the funeral. I guess you could say she was pretty skilled at knives. But yeah, she was sentenced to life in prison, where she's still at today, I think. She's still there. And apparently she's like Aneki in prison now. She's like the leader. Apparently she's really peaceful in prison though. She like resolves all the fights and stuff, and she makes sure everyone is well looked after. That's so weird, but she also does a lot of arts and crafts. She sells a lot of her art pieces, a lot of her paintings, but she doesn't like to sign them because she thinks it's fucked up that people would want to buy a piece of art made by a serial killer or like a murderer just because it's made by a murderer. So she's like, I want my art to sell just as art, not because I've been a murderer.
I see.
Yeah. People are fucking weird, man. So fucking weird.
Huh. Very interesting.
So apparently she's just very peaceful nowadays. Kind of nice, I guess. But she's not even sorry about the fact that she killed him. She apparently has not shown any remorse for killing him. So, you know.
I need to look up this woman. What's
her
real name?
Catherine.
Oh, Catherine.
Her name is Catherine Mary Knight. Knight as in knight in shimmering, shining armor.
Okay. I need to look at this.
Pretty fucked. Yeah, apparently on her file, they put her down as never released. Very, very dangerous.
For sure.
Because a lot of, like, murderers and serial killers, at least they're sorry for what they've done. Like, she's just not sorry at all. She also apparently... Oh, yeah, when they found her, they also found her in a comatose state because she took a lot of pills trying to unalive herself. And she also claims that she doesn't remember anything that happened when she was murdering her boyfriend.
Likely story.
Yeah, apparently she just lost all memory of it. So, who knows what even prompted what happened.
I see. Oh my goodness. Don't stick your dick in
She's
crazy.
like pretty highly guarded. You literally do.
Don't
There's
stick
so
your
many.
dick in crazy.
Oh, there's just so many stories of people sticking their dick in crazy and then oh, look what happened.
Good.
Isn't like Jeffrey Dahmer also one of those cases where he like seduced like young men and they stuck their dick in crazy?
Oh my god. He specifically would go to like gay bars and stuff like that. He'd take the people that he'd pick up. He'd either drug them at the gay bars or he would... It's basically like a love hotel. He'd take them to one of those places. And he'd either drug them there or, yeah. It was... One time he was stupid enough to fucking drug himself, by the way. I thought that was...
Oh, I know that!
Yeah. Fucking idiot.
That's so fucking funny. That's so fucking funny. Wasn't there also once where he drugged someone and that person actually managed to run away? But then, like, when he managed to, like, convince, like, police officers that they were dating and he was just being delusional or something?
That was the brother of the first victim that he went to jail for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fucking crazy. The fucking policeman. What the fuck are you guys doing?
And there was like a... I don't know if this was an actual, like, excerpt, like, from a recorded phone call or if this was just the actors, but basically after, you know, that event happened, because, like, the boy ran out and he was very drunk or drugged and their neighbors were like, are you okay? What's going on? And Jeffrey Dahmer was like, oh, sorry, he's my boyfriend. He just got really drunk and fucked up. And one of the women was like, drunk and fucked up? Isn't this a kid? Like, I think he was 13 or 14. And then...
Yeah, literally.
And then the police were like, okay, if that's right. And then that woman called the police again and was like, hey, I just want to check in on this. I don't think that was an adult. I think that was a minor. You know, my daughter said that she saw him, like, playing outside with a bunch of other boys and stuff like that. And the police were like, no. We handled it, ma'am. He's with his boyfriend. It's just the boyfriend of that guy. He just got really drunk. And that kind of thing. And then it did not turn out well.
That's so fucked. That is just so fucked.
Yeah.
I guess that police were just very siebes that day, but like, how, man? Like, is that not like at least a little bit sus to you?
I don't know, because like back then, people were much more trusting. And that's why a lot of people ended up dying, because, you know, people didn't lock their doors back then. People believed anything.
Yeah.
They'd believe anything. And then, you know, we have this, like...
I guess that's why, like, all the true crime stories happen around, like, the 1990s or, like, earlier.
Oh, yeah.
You don't really hear much of them, like, afterwards.
Yeah, because, like, technology has advanced to a point where people can be found, like, more likely. In fact, that's brought up in another one that I wanted to talk about, because, the Night Stalker, there were murders, from, like... the 80s, and there was like the identification of the murderer's print was described as a near miracle because the system used to identify him was recently installed, and as the fact that the system contained the fingerprints of criminals born after January 1st, only a month before Ramirez was born. So if he had been born any earlier, he would not have been found, or something like that. So it's because technology has advanced so much now. But also, I feel like people are like, probably because you don't hear as many lately, is because they're either school shooters, mass shooters. Technology has been way better. The killers are getting smarter, or people are just not killing as much. You know?
That I kind of doubt. I feel like just as many people are probably getting killed.
Yeah.
Just in public other ways.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But I'm just kind of wondering, how do people even collect fingerprints? When did they even do that? Did
So-
they do that when you're born?
No. Usually, people won't fingerprint you unless you've been arrested. That's the only way they can like find. If they find fingerprints at a crime scene, they'll run it through and they'll see if it's in the database for criminals, basically. So, if you're like at the crime scene, it's like, oh, there's a fingerprint on the space. They'll scan it and put it through their system, and they'll track it if it's a criminal from before. Usually, it's like harder to track, or it's harder to find people that have not been criminals previously, if they're on the loose. So, yeah.
I see. Well, it's okay. They can just ask Apple for the data.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine? I feel like why wouldn't they though? Like if you really needed like info on fingerprints, surely Apple would be the best place to ask.
Yeah, but nowadays also like, yeah, like your phone has your fingerprints, or like to log into it, or sometimes some jobs will require a fingerprint or identification kind of stuff like that. But I feel like it's harder unless they've already been a criminal previously.
Why don't they just like collect the fingerprints though? I'm just kind of confused. Like why don't you just fingerprint everyone when they're born? Wouldn't that make it a lot easier?
Maybe not when they're born, because they're so little.
I guess it changes a bit.
Yeah, maybe when you're an adult, you should get your fingerprinted. Yeah.
Like, I just wonder, well, like, why don't they do that? Like, is there something stopping them from doing that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I wonder if it's because the people are gonna riot. They're gonna be like, the government, they want everything about me. They want to know everything.
Some people
about
don't trust the government with that kind of information. But the government
That's
pretty
true.
much already has that information.
Right.
Hello, FBI agent watching me right now.
Hello, agent. I swear to God, we're very normal people. Yes.
Yeah.
The vibes are just bad. The vibes are
Yeah.
for fingerprints, I suppose.
Let's see. Not even the
Very
government, but the
intriguing.
government shouldn't be allowed to force a private company to breach customer security. Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. There's so many like unsolved mysteries too from like the 1990s. That's still like open case. It's been like 30 years.
Yeah. That reminded me. Jack the Ripper was never identified. I remember that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't?
He was never identified.
Oh, that's why there's like so many speculations. A lot of them think it was actually a woman. A lot of them think, yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many speculations. I guess that's why there's so many different portrayals of him in like media, because they don't know what he's like.
They just had to make him a fucking lolly and fake go.
Fucking fake go, man.
Oh my god.
Sometimes I do think Japan is pretty unhinged.
Yeah.
Case in point, lolly track the fucking river.
Fake go can be a little questionable sometimes.
Honestly though. I'm like really surprised stuff like Fago hasn't been cancelled. Just based on that one thing.
Maybe not canceled.
feel like-
I think they're just like smaller accounts and stuff like that tweeting against it, or quote retweeting Fago and stuff like that. But there's never like a cancellation kind of thing. It's hard to cancel an entire like franchise.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely shows and stuff that's been cancelled before. Terrace House. That's cancelled.
I'm trying to think of other like shows that have been canceled because of like bad things. I can't think of any right now. I can't.
The only one I know is Terrace House, but I guess it's a little bit different.
I've never seen it before.
Oh. It's a good show, but knowing what happened, I don't think I could watch it again.
What is it?
But it's a reality TV show where they record lives of strangers living in the same house, in the Terrace House. It's a Japanese one on Netflix.
Oh.
And then so basically, yeah, there's like a lot of romance and whatnot because it's like what, three guys living together. I think. And then basically in the last season of it, the one that got the whole show cancelled, they portrayed a girl so badly that she decided the only way out of all the internet bullying was to unalive herself. And she actually went through with it.
No.
Yeah. And then it turns out that the things that people were blaming her for were all like staged anyway. So the producers kind of planned for all of it. Yeah, so it's like she didn't actually do anything. Yeah.
That's
so
awful.
That's how the show got cancelled.
That's awful.
Yeah. Yeah, her name's Hana. Kimura Hana.
I see. That's a shame.
She was so cute.
Rest in peace.
Actually, rest in peace. I didn't like wrestling before her. I still don't watch that much of it, but I watched like her matches. She got me to watch a little bit of pro wrestling. It's pretty fun.
I see. Would you like to learn about Ted Bundy?
Yes, please teach me about Ted Bundy.
All right.
I feel like I know quite a bit about Ted Bundy too.
Yeah, I feel like
famous.
it's such a famous name. There's so much information about him in particular. Ted Bundy.
Definitely watched like a whole 2-hour documentary on him.
Yeah. He lived from 1946 to 1989. Only confessed to 30 murders committed between 1974 to 1978 after more than a decade of denial. The true victim total is unknown and likely much higher. Apparently regarded as very charismatic, pleasant, and handsome, he was able to manipulate the gain the trust of many, whether they be victims or society as a whole. He just looks like a guy, though. You know, he just looks like a guy.
He looks like someone that's like famous locally, like, you know what I mean? He looks like he just gets along with everyone.
Yeah. He confessed to only 30 murders. Only.
I bet he's done like way more.
He's
like
probably...
a lot of people speculating 100, right?
Yeah.
Like, over 100?
Yeah. They speculate over 100. Yeah, but he only confessed to about 30 murders. He also went by several different aliases, including Chris Hagen, Kenneth Misner, Officer Roseland, Richard Burton, Campus Killer, and Rolf Miller.
He's definitely a campus killer, right? Aren't all his like victims, a lot of them were like uni students, right? Like,
yeah, they were like people from uni, and he'd like go to like the sorority houses and stuff like that.
That's so fucked.
So strange. Let's see. He was all over the place with his details regarding his crimes, told many different stories, and refused to divulge, even while confessing to dozens of murders leading up to his execution. He elected himself to serve as his own attorney, so he didn't have to wear shackles or handcuffs, and he later used this to his advantage and escaped out of the courthouse library window. What a fucking... I just think it's so stupid that, like, I know there's a guard around him, but you'd think that they pay better attention, you know?
What were the police people doing back in the days? Were they just napping on the job?
So strange. He managed to escape twice. And he later proposed to a girl who had testified on his behalf during his trials. She later gave birth to a daughter in 1981 and named Bundy as the child's father. So he has a daughter out there somewhere.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't his like wife like really surprised?
Yeah,
she
she was like, oh, he killed people. You know, she was just so into him at the time, and then
yeah, like
when there was evidence, she was just like, no.
They were talking about like a serial killer, and then she had a look at the thingy they drew, and she was like, "Hey, that kind of looks like my husband." And then she asked him about it, right? And he was like, "No, I don't. That can't be me, honey. I'm too sexy to kill people." And she's like, "Yeah, you know what? You are too sexy to kill people."
Oh my god!
Just left it. It's so stupid. Literally though.
BSL says his victims were all very specific in appearance based on his mommy issues and the one girl that broke his heart. Yeah.
Yeah, literally, he just had big mommy issues, man. I think all his victims were was it brunettes or blondes?
I think they were all brunettes. I could be wrong.
Brunettes, yeah. I think so, because I remember a story about a girl who who got in his car but didn't get murdered because she was so lucky. She was like a brunette too. So like I think she got onto his car because he said he'll take her to uni, to campus or something. And then I forgot for what reason, ended up getting off the car before he was able to do anything to her. And then she like retold the story. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm so lucky." Yeah, I forgot who that was or why he got off the car. Maybe like police were doing checks or something. I can't remember.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see. He has had several fan groups over the years, with the most notorious one being called, I can't tell if this says the Bundy Files or the Bundy Fields, who actively lobbied for him to be released. It's all those women that would come to the trials, like to the courtroom, or would be outside and stuff like that. Some people just honestly think that some people think it had, I don't know. It's just because he was, like, a charismatic, sweet-looking guy. And so these women were just all over him and didn't believe that he could kill someone. A lot of people don't relate, a lot of people relate looks to crimes. Surprisingly.
Yeah, you have to
They're
be
biased.
some seedy, old, ugly man to do any wrong. That's so fucked.
Yeah.
That is empiricism.
In 1980, Bundy was sentenced for a third time to death by electrocution. On the eve of his execution, he talked of suicide. He did not want to give the state the satisfaction of watching him die. On January 24th, 1989, he refused to eat any of his final meal, which was a standard issued steak, eggs, hash browns, and toast because he hadn't picked anything. And his final words were, "Give my love to my family and friends." Actually, there's a song called "Lot of True Crime" by Penelope Scott, and some of the lyrics read, "Well, I hope this doesn't seem too impolite, but Ted Bundy was just never that fucking bright. He was just sort of charismatic and white, alright? And he was so fucking sure he had the right, but he's ugly, and I'm glad he's dead."
Actually, no, I don't think, even people that I don't think Ted Bundy looks that good. Just, wait, let me look him up. What does Ted Bundy look like? Does he really look that hot? Doesn't he just look like a normal person?
He just looks like a dad. He looks like a dad would look.
Yeah. He literally just looks like a white dad.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand the fangirls. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Explain!
And I think that there's some guy who worked on a campaign with him that said that he looked like the kind of guy you want your sister to marry.
You do not want your sister to marry that man.
Another thing was law enforcement probably completely overstated his intelligence. And general enforcement overstates the intelligence of a lot of people to deflect criticism for why it took so fucking long to catch them. So that's why you hear oh, you know, all these serial killers were so fucking smart, they were so intelligent. No, I think some of it, a lot of it had to do with enforcement not taking action fast enough, or not like seeing the signs, like what we were talking about before when like Jeffrey Dahmer, like he was out in the open with this child and the police were just like, oh yeah, I believe this guy, you know? It's stuff like that.
Right. We need Detective Conan Doko.
Mm-hmm.
You hear like, oh my, it's so how though? You know, we need more detectives in the world and less police.
Oh my god.
Her Sherlock Holmes Doko.
And
Sherlock Holmes would definitely arrest that man on the spot.
And so like that's why
Maybe.
you see like they're portrayed so much more like epically and like movies and stuff like the Ted Bundy Zac Efron movie, and it's because
I know, they make him seem so smart.
They make him seem so smart because otherwise it wouldn't sell. It wouldn't be as successful if they didn't stretch the truth a little bit, you know?
Yeah, but if you think about it, like they're actually not even like that smart because they leave behind so many traces.
They
like,
really do.
right? Like even the ones that you just hear of, like Ted Bundy, like abducting 2 people in like a crowd at like a music festival or something.
Mhm.
Like so many people saw him doing that. Like, can you not be smart and lure them in somewhere else and then take them? No, you had to stuff them in like your fucking car, like right in front of everyone in a fucking car park. Like, are you stupid?
Yeah. Oh my god,
They weren't even
Mindhunter
good at
is
their
good.
jobs.
Oh, someone mentioned Mindhunter, which is a really, really good series. Also, I forget all the time that Haley Joel Osment is in the Zac Efron Ted Bundy movie. Do you know who that is,
I don't even know who that is.
He
No, I
voices Sora in Kingdom Hearts.
What?
He's in the movie.
No.
Sora Kingdom
they
Hearts.
Can they not ruin every Disney thing, please? For Zac Efron now you're gonna do it to Sora? Really?
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Disney.
Why? Disney. Just don't be a Disney kid, or you're gonna grow up as a serial killer portrayer.
Haley was a hero. No, for real. Ugh.
Oh boy.
Are you ready for your next section? We can probably end it off after your next one.
Could do. To be honest, the last one isn't really a true crime. I just thought it's kind of because it happened more recently, so I thought it would be.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. Just like that. Let me bring it out. So. I gotta find it first. This is actually like a pretty... So there was a man who lives in Sydney, who lives in like a rich part of Sydney too. So he lives in the North Shore. So I don't exactly know his reason for doing this, but basically he probably got into an argument with his wife. So he lives with his wife and I don't know how many children he has. Either 1 or 2 children. And then he probably got into an argument with his wife. And then so, I don't know why man just decided to stab his wife. I don't think he was even like previously convicted of anything. So, his name is, I think, Andrew, but he goes by his Chinese name a lot. Cowley. I'm just gonna call him Andrew because it's easier. And his wife is called Vivian. So this happened in late November 2019. So he stabs his wife, and then he's like, fuck, now my wife is dead. What the fuck do I do? And being the bright man that he is, he decides to, I think, chop his wife up even more. And then put her in the fucking freezer.
I see.
Yeah. So, I don't know how they found it or anything, but by the time they found his wife's body, he actually had already fled the country. So I think he took his children and he went back to China, and he was like, fuck this shit, I'm leaving.
Wow.
And then they found, yeah, literally, and then they found her body, and then they couldn't find him at all. And then they had to like arrest him in fucking China. They had to like get, I don't know how like international criminal catching works, but I think they had to like notify like the Chinese police of him, and then they had to like arrest him there, and then I had to like bring him back for trials and shit. And I think he was sentenced to like 25 years maybe in prison, maybe.
I see.
But yeah, it's not really true crime. It just happened more recently, so I thought it was kind of interesting.
Yeah. It's always
Like,
so
who the
hard.
Fuck just... Yeah.
When like.
Why would you do that?
Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, it's fine. What are you gonna say?
It's always so hard when like the person is so like not what is the word, so close to being caught, but they flee the country. I feel like that happened quite often with Luca Magnotta. I think that's his name. He was like the killer from Don't Fuck with Cats. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay, so Don't Fuck with Cats is a true crime documentary where basically a bunch of people were in a Facebook group. Or not, no, this is before. So there's someone online that was posting videos to YouTube of themselves killing kittens. And it was like...
Oh, what the fuck?
And it really sparked an outrage, and so these people made a Facebook group. And they were trying to figure out who the fuck this guy was. And they like did a bunch of research. They tried to figure out where this guy was so they could do something about it. And they, just from like pieces of like the videos they saw on YouTube, you know, they were looking for specific types of outlets in the wall to see what country he might be. They tracked a vacuum cleaner, stuff like that, to find out his country. And eventually it evolved from like, yeah, like vacuum cleaner that would, or like a blanket that was in the video. They track it to figure out what model it is, to figure out what country he might be from. And so this Facebook group like did everything they could, and they tracked and they found this guy, and they were able to figure out who he was, where he was, and he was like, he was obsessed with himself.
This is why it's so hard to be. This is why it's so hard to be a serial killer nowadays, because people are just gonna find out.
It's true, and like he evolved from killing kittens to having snakes eat kittens live on camera to eventually he just kills someone.
Oh boy.
And the Facebook group tried to like tell police about all of this, and to like get them to respond. They just didn't do it in time. But they found him. He fled like several countries. Like he was all over the place, like all the time. Like Canada, he was in Europe. He was just all over the place. And they finally found him.
Yeah, I just kind of wonder, like, how do you deal with people that just flee the country? Like, it's not like every country's gonna cooperate with you. Like, how do you catch them then?
Yeah, that's really
like,
crazy.
what if they just like flee to fucking Romania? What are you gonna do?
I think what happened specifically was him. It was like he was put on a bunch of like countries' news stations saying he was a wanted man, and he went into like a cafe or something, and the guy like did a double take and called the police while he was like, you know, getting something, and the police like raided this little shop and got him.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Doxers just don't show up when you need them. Maybe doxers aren't that bad.
Oh my god!
Maybe we need doxers.
Oh my god.
Wasn't there like a known like human trafficker that just fled to Romania, and then there's nothing like anyone can do about him?
Really?
I forgot. Yeah, someone who has like a lot of social media presence that's like ban me on social media, and then they ban him on like all his social medias. Who is it?
I've never heard of that before.
Oh, I was like just talking about it the other day with my friends. So I think it's like someone who basically still actively participates in human trafficking, but he just does it in Romania. And Romania is like, I think, pretty lawless. So they're just like, well, nothing we can do about it. Is it Andrew Tate?
No way.
Oh, is it Andrew Tate?
Is it?
Might be. Might be.
He's like,
actually might be though.
He's like, is it?
I don't know.
Hold on, I gotta look this up. Hold on.
Me too.
I thought he was just an asshole. I didn't know.
Me too. I thought he was just.
I don't see anything.
Me neither.
He was accused
yeah.
of human trafficking.
Human trafficking and
Oh.
other allegations.
Oh
Right.
my God.
So I guess, yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, Andrew Tate is certainly a man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking hell. Isn't he like the one who basically... Isn't he like the symbol of all Sigma males?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's literally like, don't chase after women, let women chase after you. Wasn't like some guy like sad about his girlfriend breaking up with her, and then he gave him like some really stupid advice, some shit. I can't remember.
Maybe. I don't know. Everything that comes out of his mouth is like hot sewage garbage.
Actually, though,
Oh my God.
how do you even become this misogynistic?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I want to look up his quotes. There's like something that's like really fucked. He says, if you're my friend, you just can't be a pussy. Well, I had a heart attack. Get the fuck up. Fuck's wrong with you? Go hospital later. Have a drink, cigarette, cup of coffee. Back in the game. Fucking having heart attacks near me, you little pussy. Wow, that's a quote.
What the fuck?
His quote about masculinity.
What?
What the fuck? Thank you, Andrew Tate. I will tell my heart attack to now fuck off. Thank you. Very helpful advice.
I'll do that next time. Next time I have a heart attack, I'll just tell it to fuck off.
Actually, though, men who live without self-control are the kind of men who cry when their girlfriend cheats on them. Because she certainly does, because she doesn't respect a little crybaby. And she's only with you because she's ugly as fuck and she has to settle for a little soy boy pussy like you. Holy shit.
Huh.
That's really fucked. Oh yeah, he was like, if your girlfriend cheats on you or something, that just means you're not masculine enough or something along those lines. He's so fucking fucked.
Oh my...
I cannot. Real men die of heart
Yeah,
attacks.
real men die of heart
just
attacks.
laugh it off. They laugh it off, man. They tell heart attacks to fuck off.
Real men don't call 911. They just sit and watch NASCAR.
NASCAR! They watch NASCAR and what sport do they watch? I don't watch enough sports. I don't know.
Football, basketball. Rugby.
Yeah, rugby? No rugby?
I've never seen rugby
That's a
live. I think that's more of an Australian, New Zealand thing.
I see. What else do you guys see? Baseball? Is baseball a thing?
I think so. My parents both did baseball. They both watched baseball.
Well, yeah, real men just watch sports and drink beers and laugh their heart attacks off. Well, they fuck prostitutes while their wife just watches because their wife are little submissive little babies.
Nothing like watching NASCAR with a Bud Light while my wife makes me a sandwich.
Well, my wife makes me a fucking sandwich and watch a fucking prostitute suck my dick right in front of her as I enjoy that sandwich that she makes for me. My wife is just my maid.
Oh my god.
That sounds like Andrew Tate. I don't know what kind of accent he has, but I feel like he would say that.
Oh my goodness.
True crime. This man is really real true crime. Living true crime.
All right, Luto Senpai. I think it is time for us to end for the day.
It is enough true criming. Enough simping over fucking serial killers. Get up, touch some grass.
No simping, please.
Please, no fucking simping.
Please, no simp. The serial killer.
Simp for someone.
Simp for us.
Someone. Don't do that either. Simp.
What?
Go simp for Shogun. Shogun's really sexy.
True.
Yeah. And Captain.
Simp for Shogun.
And Haka-san.
Yeah.
They can be the ultimate simp trio.
Hell yeah. Sounds good. Alright, Luto Senpai, thank you so much for the collab. It was lots of fun. I learned some new information.
Oh, hell yeah. Am I frozen?
Are you?
Am I frozen?
Oh no, you're not frozen. Don't worry.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for the true crime Zatsu. Hope you guys had fun too. I learned many things about serial killers today. I learned that they all have childhood trauma and they all like to eat people.
They're all stupid.
And they all like to preserve body parts. No, this is one thing I don't understand. Why preserve the body parts? Why leave behind evidence? There's so many ways to just get rid of the evidence that you have. Just saying.
I think it's just Jeffrey Dahmer in particular. He just was super interested in the human body and bones and stuff like that.
I feel like all of them though, right? Like all the ones I talked about, like all had their bodies like in somewhere like where it's like discoverable. Like the man with wife in freezer. Like it's just buried her. If you buried her, how are they gonna find her?
They're just, they're just dumb. They're all freaks.
Here's a tip. Don't ask me why I know this, but if you have to kill someone, and if you kill someone, and you don't want them to be recognized.
Hog
What you
farm.
could do is you could dissolve their body, but make sure you get their teeth first. You get rid of the jaw and you smash that jaw into.
That's why you take
grind
them
it
to the
up
hog
so
farm.
They can't, exactly. You can't let them match up the dental records. If you let them match up the dental records, you're fucked. You know? So the body is very easy to get rid of. There's a lot of things that can melt body. I think basic stuff work better than acids, so don't use acids. Why do I know all this? I don't know. But yeah, just smash them teeth and use bases.
Yeah. Thank you for the information. I feel like I've talked about this too because I've specifically brought up like getting away with crimes using hog farms because the pigs will just eat the people and then you won't have like they won't have the dental records or any kind of identification because they'll be eaten. You know, they'll just have their bones.
Literally though, and if you want to do something with the bones, you can grind them up. They can't find out whose bones it is if you fucking grind that shit up, man. I think.
Big stretch. Alright, Luto Senpai, I'm gonna go do the super reading. Thank you for today.
You want me to accompany or no?
I think I'll be okay on my own for today.
Alright, I'll just see you later and thank you for having me.
Thank you. Alright, let's go eat.
Hope you guys have fun. Eat? What?
Yeah, I need to eat. Don't you need to eat? You didn't eat yet.
That's true. I thought you meant like together. I was like, oh, we're gonna eat together now? No.
Alright, thank you, Luto.
Thank you, Shiki-chan.
Bye-bye.
See you guys later. Bye.
I love her. She's so good. Ugh. Alright. Let's do the super reading. There we go. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun. That was my first ever one-on-one collab with Luto Senpai. But it was fun. I feel like we have a lot of things to talk about in general. Thank you, Luto Senpai! Thank you for suggesting this. I had a ton of fun. Thank you. Everyone go subscribe to Luto Senpai right now or else. Or else. Yeah. Ugh. That was fun. Loved you two together and enjoyed the topic. Heck yeah! I'm glad you liked us being degenerates. And also way too interested in true crime. Or else what? I'll cry. Alright, guys. Let me quickly just read through this. And then I will eat some spaghetti and head to bed. Because I have a morning collab tomorrow. I'm going to play Devour with some fun peeps. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Tyler, thank you so much for the super. I have to finish my test, but I wish you too well. I hope your test went well. I saw that you joined the chat at the very end. I hope you will enjoy the VOD if you watch it. Waltz, thank you so much for being a member for 13 months. Oh, I've gone gold. Heck yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. A whole year. We are gold paws now. I'm actually considering upgrading my badges. You know? I'm actually considering upgrading the badges to something nicer. Yeah. Eric, thank you so much for the super. A stream about crossing the streams. No! Dumashiro, thank you so much for being a member for 14 months. The amount of cute on the stream is so dang high. I know, Luto Senpai is super adorable, don't you think? I love she. She's so good. And also, thank you so much for the super! I agree with Luto. We need more hot wolf boys. Why do you need hot wolf boys when you have a hot dog girl right here, you know? You know? You know? You know? You know? I'm here. Shadow Fox, thank you so much for joining membership. Thank you so much for joining Kibble Bits. Enjoy your acapellas, emotes, and members-only streams. And the biggest saddest loser, thank you so much for being a member for 14 months. Golden couldn't make it, but wanted us all to have fun. He deserves some love. Golden, I hope you are doing so well. I'm sorry you couldn't make it. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and I hope that tomorrow is a fantastic tomorrow. And I'm sending good feelings your way. I'm sorry you couldn't make it, but I am sending you all my good feelings, Golden. And that's Animal! Thank you so much for being a member for 7 months. This was a great stream, Shiki. Your conversations with Luto about serial killers and cannibals were educational. I'm glad. I hope you all learned something today. Alright, guys. I am going to end it here. I'm gonna go eat. I haven't eaten in a couple hours, so I'm gonna eat some spaghetti that my mom made. The spaghetti was really, really good today. All of you should eat as well if you haven't eaten today. And I will see you in the morning for our Devour collab. I'm super duper excited. I love Devour. So it's gonna be super duper fun. Alright guys, I'm gonna go for now. Bye bye for now. Oyashiki! Bye bye.